Hi there everyone, Lars here with another Writer's Rant, brought to you by Camille's Harem. Not just a podcast for novice writers by novice writers, but also a YouTube channel by novice writers for novice writers. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends, and today I want to rant about the utter stupidity of writing conveniently moronic characters and moments. Look, I understand that not everyone is brilliant all the time. We all make mistakes, have lapses in judgment, experience gaps in our memories, and they're just some things that we suck at. And writing moments and weaknesses like these for our characters is absolutely fine. It helps make them relatable and gives them personal obstacles to overcome. However, this only further highlights a very real problem, that writers love making characters conveniently stupid. This issue was really driven home for me when I was watching episode 2 of Obiwan. And yes, I am going to spoil part of the show. Obiwan has to go and rescue a very young Princess Leia from the Sith and their cronies. In order to do so, he has to infiltrate a budget-cut Blade Runner world and its ring of meth brewers. Yes, meth brewers in space. Once he's done that and has Leia in hand, it's time to get off-world. And the show has previously established very concretely that Leia is very observant and capable for her age. Now, I have no issue with this. I love my capable young protagonists. And really, in a fantasy or sci-fi setting, you have to go this route, because no earthly 11-year-old would ever do well in a situation on a budget-cut Blade Runner world kidnapped by a ring of meth brewers in space. No earthly 11-year-old would do well in this situation. So I have no problem whatsoever with Princess Leia being a very capable, sassy young girl. She's fantastic. This actress is cute and adorable. I honestly like it. However, the problems occur very, very quickly as Leia suddenly starts acting like a spoiled brat and moron in a situation that she had previously clearly identified as dangerous. This is incongruent with her character. Yes, the writers made sure that she remains snarky throughout the whole thing, but that's the only point of consistency in this entire sequence of events that I'm about to unfold. Because you see, the writers get just incredibly stupid as they have Leia needle Obi-Wan with pesky questions that really don't fit the situation, such as, why doesn't he just whip out his lightsaber and start using it? Ben isn't a real Jedi name. If he had the Force, he'd make her float, and he'd do it now. Why is he hiding information from her? Again, everything in this scene clearly denominates, from all of the shady characters to the lighting to the very real stormtroopers marching about. Everything clearly shows that these two are surrounded and are in danger. And then Leia delivers this utterly nonsensical line for their predicament. You think the less you say, the less you give away, but it's the opposite. Oh, do tell me, princess. Do tell me, dear princess, what is he actually giving away? Nothing! The girl has learned nothing from these stupid questions and requests. This is used to have Obi-Wan then compliment her, ridiculously enough compliment her, for how mature she is for her age. As if everything that is spilled out of Leia's mouth in this scene convinces me that she is a brat who only thinks she is smart. And as if to prove this, the writers in the very next scene have her suddenly distrust Obi-Wan and throw herself off the roof. Why? So they can show Obi-Wan struggle using the Force to catch her, and then make it seem as though Leia has saved Obi-Wan by making him use the Force. Look at how big-brained the princess is being. No! None of the stuff happening in this sequence of events tells me that Leia is a capable young protagonist. In fact, if she didn't have plot armor, she would have died and gotten Kenobi captured. So why was all of this written? To make Obi-Wan use the Force and show the audience that he's been struggling ever since cutting himself off from the Force, and to show how wonderful Leia is. It results, however, in my incredulously wondering, how the heck did Obi-Wan ever become the wise old wizard who helped save the day in A New Hope, and how did Leia even survive to adulthood? My suspension of disbelief has been shattered due to the sequence of conveniently stupid events and character choices. Choices and moments that do not fit Leia's established character in the canon movies and even within the show itself. This is what happens when you write a conveniently stupid moment. It shatters the immersion and it shatters our perception of characters, especially when you're trying to win people over to this character. So, how can this be fixed? Because I want to enjoy this scene. I want to enjoy Princess Leia. I want to enjoy Obi-Wan. So how can we fix this right here? Well, I want Leia to be a capable, smart young girl, but perhaps make a stupid decision that forces Obi-Wan to use the Force. So, for one thing, rather than have Leia badger Obi-Wan with a bunch of dumb questions, when they get out of the meth ring, we get to see a slightly different sequence of events. Leia sizes up Obi-Wan, her eyes lingering on his lightsaber. Clearly, she questions if this weapon is the real deal. She goes along with Obi-Wan's plan to lie low, but she does needle him from time to time with questions that make sense within the moment. Where's your transport? How are we going to get off this world? Did you bring any friends with you, or did you come all alone? Why aren't you using the Force in certain moments? Why are you hiding some very important information from me? Because I can tell you're not telling me the whole story here, Ben. This would be really asking the big questions leading up to a confrontation moment between Obi-Wan and Leia, where Obi-Wan can credibly say, "You are mature for your age." And then, when they are finally on the run from the bounty hunters, and Obi-Wan doesn't use his lightsaber to fend them off, Leia begins to wonder, is this all a ploy? Is this man really telling me the truth? She sees an opportunity to get away, and she makes a break for it. This would make sense given the situation right here, where everyone seems to be turning on each other. She's been observing the situation, and she sees a chance to get away. Maybe better to strike out on her own than to be with a man that she doesn't entirely trust. As she's running, she knows that she has to make a jump. It's a dangerous jump, but she believes that she can make it. After all, she's run away from quite a few people at this point, so why can't she make this jump? It's a silly decision, it ends up being a bad decision, but it's one that makes sense that she would make. So she jumps, but she miscalculates the distance. And we get to see the shock as she realizes, I've screwed up. She falls. Obi-Wan comes to her rescue, struggles to use the Force, and catches her just in the nick of time. Boom! There! You have the exact same sequence of events, but in this case, they make sense with Leia's character. So you get the consistency with her character, you get to still have Obi-Wan struggling to use the Force, and you still get your action fix. There! It's a simple edit. And maybe that's the thing that just makes me so upset right here, that it's really not that hard to go through and edit a scene, keeping characters' consistency in mind. But this is just one of many conveniently stupid moments written by professional writers. And it's clear that this is a problem, and it's very, very easy for us as novice writers to force our characters into stupid situations because the plot demands it, or because we have this awesome idea for a scene in mind that we have to bend and twist our characters over backwards in order to make it work. And that's the problem. You shouldn't have to do that. You can still write these fun scenes. You can even write these stupid moments, but keep your characters consistent with who they are. And if you cannot easily justify creating one of these scenes without forcing your characters to do something that they wouldn't actually do, then it is not worth writing that scene, no matter how cool it looks in your brain. And yes, I'm not saying that you can't put your characters into bad situations of their own choosing, and I'm not saying that you can't have characters make stupid decisions. That happens all the time, and you can do it in a way that is consistent with who they are. You can have them miscalculate. You can have them make the wrong choice. You can even previously establish that maybe they are really bad at making good friends, or that they give their trust out too willingly. You can even use a good reasonable twist, or you can use the agency of other characters to force your main character maybe into a corner where they wouldn't normally have wanted to go, but well, now they have to go along with that. You have so many tools at your disposal to set up those crazy and awesome scenes, or to even set up a stupid moment or a stupid decision. You don't have to make a character suddenly drop all reason at just the drop of a hat and then do something stupid and then try to pass it off as brilliance. No, that is a conveniently stupid moment. So, to wrap up, I want to hear about your favorite or least favorite conveniently stupid moments in stories, and tell me what you think could have been done to try to rescue this scenario and make it better. Let's get a dialogue going in the comments. Even if I am ranting here, that doesn't mean that we can't be civil. And if you're looking for more writing advice, please check out our other videos here and head on over to our podcast, Camille's Harem, found on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, the works. We have writing exercises over at our Pinterest page, and we'd love for you to join our growing community of authors. Links for all of that and more are down in the description. And until the next video, y'all, don't be conveniently stupid, especially in a galaxy far, far away, and tschüss.